Hello, Old Twit Talks Cars. So another of my slightly more controversial, shall we say, lockdown projects is I'm going to throw these TSW wheels on the 306 Cabriolet in place of the original Cyclones. I'm going to keep those, obviously. I'm not going to do anything daft. But really what drove me to get these was I needed new tyres because I've got horrible economy budget tyres on there at the moment, and I found this set of four nicely powder coated TSWs that I'm hoping are going to fit pretty well, and they've got a decent set of TOYOs on, which I think is a good tyre. So I've got my spacers, I've got my spigots, I've got some longer bolts, I've got 20mm at the back spacers, 15 at the front, which I hope is going to be enough. I think might be cutting it fine at the front, and we're going to throw those on at some point this weekend. So what I'll do is keep you updated on that. I'll show you the car with these on afterwards, and you can decide whether I'm a complete blithering idiot or not. I've also found it's got quite a small centre. I think it's about a 50mm centre on these. I found some Peugeot ones. I'm not really sure what they're off, but I think they're original Peugeot ones with the lion, and again they're going to need a bit of refurbing, so I'll let you share how I cock those up dreadfully, because I'm sure I probably will, but anyway, in the meantime, I hope to get these on this weekend. They're essentially the same size, so they're still 15-inch rims, which is what the Cyclones are, but it'll be interesting to see what they look like on the car. So watch this space. So these arrived today. Thank you, Raw Mal. Thanks for doing your great work while we're all locked in. There's good news and bad. The good news is they're in a lot better nick than I thought they were going to be, so I'm going to give them a bit of a clean up in a minute. It amazes me the amount of people on eBay that just put stuff on without even wiping it with a damp cloth. So these look horrendous on eBay because they are a bit grubby, but actually they've got a nice lacquered finish on the lion still, and generally they're pretty good. So that's the good news. The bad news is they don't fit. Whilst the disc is pretty much exactly the right size, these lugs on the back are set too wide, so they won't go in. So we're going to have a tinker with those to get them on, but get them on we will. I've changed my plans in what I'm going to do with them. I think, given that the lions are in nice lacquered and metallic nick, is rather than spray the whole lot black and then overspray the lions in silver, I'm going to mask out the lions the best I can and just spray the discs black. So that's going to be easy, so I'm going to get busy cleaning and masking. So slight change of plan with these, having realised how impossible it is to mask these up effectively. Should have thought of that earlier. I'm going to listen to my number one son, who's been saying, "Dad, I think they'd look better all black," and suddenly I agree with him. So masking, cleaning, masking has been replaced by cleaning and keying. So I'm just going to key these bad boys up, and then we'll give them a spray and see how we go. So here they are today. They look pretty good actually, quite happy with those, but am I going to give them some clear coat? Hell yes, I think I will. Why not? More is more, you know what they say. So I've given the old clear coat a good shake. Not sure what this stuff is like, but it's acrylic clear coat, so it should be alright. Okay, so let's give them a good going over. Oh, that smells nice. Oh, high as a kite. Obviously do this in a ventilated area, he said. Oh, it's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, I can hear bells. Oh, it's making me feel quite giddy. Try and get at them from every angle. Make sure the little felines are nicely covered. Okay, that'll do. Enough. Mr. Too Much Paint. There we go. We'll see what they look like when they're dry. So I have to say, we've had so many false starts getting these TSW wheels on the Peugeot 306 Cabriolet. Mainly to do with bolts, but not exclusively. So we've had two sets of wheel bolts sent to us from sellers on eBay, which were the wrong pitch. So for those of you who don't know, the pitch is really the spacing of the thread on the bolt. We need a 1.25. That's what the hub on the car accepts. So because we've got spacers as well, we needed a longer bolt. So that was the standard sized bolt that we had, which I think is probably about 20-25 mil. So we've needed to go for a 40 to get through the spacer and the wheel as well, and also we needed a 1.25 pitch. Now we got sent two sets that clearly weren't. So engineering boy, my number one son, taught me a good trick which I like, which is if you get the bolt that you know fits, so the one that you take off, and you get the new bolt, if they thread together, i.e. they nest, they interlock together, the threads interlock, then you know that they're the right thread. So those two do. So this is the final set that we've had today, which hopefully are going to be good. The ones that we had previously two sets of, although they look like they would, they don't mesh. So you can tell then that they're the wrong pitch. Annoyingly, nowadays no one seems to mark any of these up, so you don't actually know by looking what the pitch is unless you measure them with some calipers or a micrometer or something. But now we know we've got the right pitch, the right length. The only slightly annoying thing is I've got black ends for these, because obviously the wheels are black, so I've got some black plastic caps ordered. First thing was they were grey, so that was annoying, but also I was assured that the bolts that would be sent would have a 17 mil hex head, and they've actually got a 19 mil. So the grey 17 mil plastic bolt covers, if anyone wants some, let me know, because they're either going in the bin or I'm going to give them away to somebody. So I've had to order another set today. So these will be going on black wheels on a grey car with silver bolts, which I'm not sure about, but hopefully the caps will be with us next week, so we can get those on when they arrive. Wheel centres, which you'll have seen me messing about with earlier, are ready to roll. They do fit snugly. I had to snip off the backs because they were too wide. So they do fit quite snugly in the wheel, but not snugly enough. If you go over a bump, I suspect they pop out. So I'm just going to put 2 or 3 dots of super glue on there, and then if any point I do change the wheels or get rid of them, I think a good smack with the end of a screwdriver would probably pop them out again. So that's the plan. Quite pleased with how they look. I'm not sure you'll ever notice that they've got lions on, however, I know they're there, so that's the main thing. So hopefully we'll get the wheels on today and let you have a look and see what it's like. I'm a bit nervous because quite a lot of people are quite anti changing from the Cyclones, but really the plan is to keep those Cyclones, probably refurbish them when I get round to it, and maybe they'll go back on the car one day. We'll see how the new ones look. So I'll let you have a look at those. I'll probably take a few snaps of us in progress, putting the spacers on and what have you, and stick them in this video so you can keep up to date. So I think we're pretty much there or thereabouts. The only thing potentially that will go wrong now is that the spacers on the front won't be sufficiently thick. So I got 20 mils for the back, which I think will be fine. I got 15 mils for the front, which I think will be okay. But if there's going to be another problem on this haunted project of changing the wheels, it will be that those front spacers are too narrow, in which case I'll have to order some 20s. But we'll see how that goes. Update you shortly. So I'll be back to you. Don't go away.